What is up, mortals? Alex here. Today I have a deck profile for you all, a deck profile on my Dragon Link deck for the June 2020 format. Recently, we received a ban list. There were not that many major changes to it, just a few things moving to the Unlimited section, which is fairly good. They're taking down a lot of the cards that were in the ban list, things that didn't really need to be there, like Necrosoph Unicorn and Multifaker being at 3. It's a little silly, but it doesn't change the meta that much. This is a deck list that I got from somebody online. I looked at the main of the first draft that he posted, and I will be giving a shout out to two people in this deck in this video. One of them is Pack Official Yu-Gi-Oh channel. I will post down below his channel a link to his channel. Definitely go subscribe, go say hey, what's up. Amazing content. I've learned so much from watching his videos in the past week. Definitely cool guy. Has a lot of potential going his way. Really cool dude. Definitely subscribe. And the second shout out is to Chu Ping for innovating the deck even further this time. He came up with a really solid idea of a synchro link version of the deck, a lot faster than it was before. And the good thing about it is that a lot of the cards that he was playing in his new deck list was something that I've been trying myself as well. I will be explaining those when I get to them, but this is a deck list that I combined from his ideas and mine and turned it into my own, and this is what I came up with. It's still very similar to his, just because of the main concept of it is to FTK our opponent essentially. The deck has evolved. It's become a lot faster, a lot more consistent, explosive. It just does a lot more than it did before, and it had to, of course, right? Synchro Lich and Rocks are the best decks in the format, and we need to find a way to keep up with them. So this is what I came up with to make sure that we do have a good game against those decks. Since if you're playing the old version of the deck, we will be left out, just blown out of the water. Really, the deck was not as fast. It was good, it was controlly, but there was not enough time to compete or keep up with those decks. So again, this is a newer list, a complete revamp, updated version of the deck. I will be explaining some of the card choices, and some of them are self-explanatory. So without further ado, let's start with the deck. As always, we start with 3 Cypher. This is the best normal summon. This is what you want to start with in every hand. This lets you get the black and white Collapse Serpent and Wyvern Buster to our hand. Basically, 1 Cypher allows you to go +4. It's a very, very good card. We side out 1, game 2s and 3s, so you don't really clog your hands with these, but very good card. You play them always. Black and white, 1 of each. Self-explanatory. You just play these guys to generate advantage. Level 4 lower dragons, dark and light accordingly. Very good cards. Recently, this card was put to 2 in the OCG, which is really nice, and they already had this at 2. So we might see that happen to us. Unless they ban LP, they'll probably put these to 3 again, which would suck. If LP gets banned, it would really hurt the deck. Leveneer, a very good card. It helps us break their board, or if we're going first, we can summon this and rip up a card from their hand, which comes up a lot. Recurable up to 4 times per turn. Really, really good card. Now we are playing still the Red Ice Engine. Red Ice Darkness Metal, self-explanatory. We should be getting the errata soon, so expect a drop on Dragon Link players then. Darkness Metal is the main focal point of the deck now. There's a few plays that we can perform that allows us to recycle this effect 3 to 4 times per turn, which is really, really silly. Darkness Metal. Black Metal Dragon, we still play this guy. It's a level 1 Dark Dragon, so when we link away with him, we can go and get the Darkness Metal, which is very important to the deck, of course. But now we're also playing a second target. We're playing a Red Ice Wyvern. The Red Ice Wyvern is a little weird. It's definitely a brick. It's a garnet. We never want to see it in our opening hand because we can go and fetch it for free. But the reason we play him is Black Metal Dragon, of course. If we start with Black Metal Dragon in our hand, in our opening hand, which we are playing a 1-for-1 now as well. So the 1-for-1 is strictly for the Black Metal Dragon. If we get to a Black Metal Dragon and we have access to a Wyvern in the deck, we will be searching 4 times off of 1 card, really. This will turn into Striker. Striker gets his field spell. This lets us get Darkness Metal. Then we special summon the Darkness Metal by banishing the Striker. We bring back the Black Metal, we link it to Romulus, and we go and get the Wyvern as well. So by having an extra target in our deck, being again a level 4 or lower dragon is really good for the guard dragons themselves, but it can be a starter, and the graveyard effect never really comes up, but still having the additional target is really nice, just so we go and generate more advantage. Mid to late game, its effect in graveyard is actually very useful to get us a Red Ice monsters back from our grave, which can be the Darkness Metal if we're in a grind position, which is not too terrible. And I'm going to talk about 1-for-1 right now. So 1-for-1 has 1 target, which is the Black Metal Dragon. We also play Effect Veiler and Rocket Synchron, but those cards we don't really want to be paying 2 cards to get. If we have access to the Black Metal Dragon, then we should be able to win that game, since Darkness Metals is just that absurd. So I decided to add the 1-for-1 back in there, and it's just been solid overall, just game every time. For the Rockets, we cut some in the number of them. We're still playing 3 Tracer, best one. You just want to have this card in your hand all the time. It's just that good. We're only playing 1 silver now. We want to special summon the silver at the end of our play, take a card from our opponent's hand, and then take a card from our opponent's extra deck, which is very crucial nowadays. Take out the Needle Fibers, take out the Auroradon, get rid of their Apollousa, their Axis Code Talker. Very solid card, 19 beater, it's hard to pass. 1 Rocket Recharger, still doing the Recharger, it's definitely my favorite one. This is how you recycle your Darkness Metal every turn. Just pop an extra deck monster with this on hand or field, blow him up, get back a Dark Dragon from the graveyard. Very, very good card. Definitely don't cut this card. Now we're playing 1 Barrel Dragon. This card is weird. I wouldn't say it's a Garnet because it's not. It's still a Dark Dragon for lower for us to do our plays. But the only reason why we play this guy is the level. Being a level 2 matters a lot, actually. There's a few plays where, actually the main play, the Needle Fiber brings out, the target the Needle Fiber brings out, it's a level 3 dragon, and we want to be making level 5 synchros. And I will be explaining that fairly soon when I get to the extra deck, but just note that this card, its on field effect to blow up hardly ever comes up, because you never keep him alone for that. You just want the level, and it's a target that we can special summon from the deck with Tracer or Quick Launch. Just keep in mind the level. For the last Rocket monster, we were playing 1 Synchron. This is the secondary target for 1-for-1 and Needle Fiber. If we open with our main target to summon up a Needle Fiber, this is what we get next. And it's really good if you open with World Legacy Guard Dragon, and you can climb to a Needle Fiber play. That way you can just start moving your LPs and Pisties with it. So having the option of Needle Fiber bringing this out from the deck for free, still really good to pass. And also remember that on summon you can go and get a level 5 or higher dragon from the graveyard. You negate its effects, yes, but if we have 2 level 7s in the deck that we can bring back, one being Obserouter Dragon. You all know Obserouter Dragon can special summon himself if you control a rocket, or if it's sent to the graveyard, you add a rocket as well. So if you go and normal summon your Synchron, you can special summon the Obserouter, make your Savage that way, and then search a card still. Very good card. Obserouter, just the 1. We decided to put it at 1. I wouldn't call him a brick, but he definitely bricks our hand. A lot of the times we have cards that access the Obserouter Dragon, and we already had an Obserouter Dragon, so those cards became very redundant. We cut a lot of those, like Foolish Burial, Dragon Shrine. We kept 1 Ravine still because it's searchable through Romulus, and sometimes we do need to put this guy in graveyard, and if we have 2 dragons, Romulus does that for us. Very, very good card, just the 1. And for one of the new cards from the new set, Noctovision Dragon, really excellent card, very underrated. Not a lot of people know what it does. It has three effects. One of them is if your opponent targets a set card you control, you can negate it and destroy it. Some other things that don't really apply to this deck. But the reason we want it is for the last two effects. It states that if you special summon a Dark Dragon, you can special summon this from your hand. And if this card is sent to the grave for a link summon, you draw a card, which is really good. So this allows us to be an extender and allows us to draw an extra card every turn. This deck doesn't really have a great grind ability anymore. With Darkness Metal being legal, we do, but once we lose that, and that would be very soon, Noctovision Dragon would be a really good target to go to our place, so we generate an extra plus every turn. For the last part of the monsters, the last engine that we play, the Rose Dragon engine, we play 2 white and 1 red. So these guys, I wouldn't say they're weak, but they're not the best cards in the deck. They are extenders, and they are crucial combo pieces that we need to have in our deck. For example, like I said, a Needle Fiber has a primary target, and that's the Red Rose Dragon. The Red Rose Dragon has an effect that if it's sent to the graveyard, but for a Synchro Summon, you can special summon a Rose Dragon from your deck. There's 2 Rose Dragons, there's a blue one and there's a white one. In this case, we're playing 2 whites and no blue. You also can search a Frozen Rose from the deck when it's Synchro Summon, but we don't really play Frozen Rose in our deck. We just go play the 2 white Rose Dragons. Very cool card. It's an extender. If you control a Dragon Tuner or plant, you can special summon it. He's a dragon, level 4, so he has synergy with the deck. And if you manage to Synchro Summon using the Red Rose Dragon, then you can special summon your White Dragon for free, and you just climb into more link plays. So this is the reason why I was going over the levels earlier with the Barrel Dragon. So this is a level 5 Synchro. There's a very crucial level 5 Synchro we need to summon, and it's not Ib. I wish it was Ib, but we have Garden Rose Maiden, which I will get to fairly soon. Garden Rose Maiden allows this deck to have an extender and a recovery play, but just having access to a level 5 Synchro. And now through Needle Fiber, we definitely have access to that at any time in the game. Very, very cool cards, very awesome combos. If you guys want to see some of those, definitely post down below. I could definitely pull out a deck list or a test hands video for you guys, show you some of the plays that deck can do. And the reason why I play some of the cards, this deck can FTK our opponent pretty much with any hand we want, unless we draw all our targets, all our Needle Fiber targets. Makes it a little weird. And for the last monster, we are playing 1 Buster Whelp. It's an FTK for the most part. If your opponent doesn't have an MST, they can have all the Dark Ruler No More, all the Impermanence, they can have all the Lightning Storms. They still cannot beat this guy. We usually equip it to a Savage, and Savage will be in defense. So they need to have 2 MSTs to out this. And this is a Dark Dragon Tuner, so it has so much synergy with the deck already. Definitely play it, and if you're not playing it, just add it in any deck, really. Just win the game, really. That's all the card does. Really, really silly. I don't know why it didn't get banned. They should have banned it, but I guess Konami does not recognize the online tournaments. So that's it for the monsters, minus the hand traps. I'll go over those later. Let's start with consistency, speed. Quick launch, a really good card. Lets you summon anybody from our deck. This card is just absurd. Not once per turn. Really, really good. Play 3, always. 2 World Legacy Guard Dragons. You've seen my decks. This card has gone up and down, 3, 1, 2, but with how the deck is, we don't need this card to actually do anything. It's just really good to add extending. It's really good to playing through hand traps, and that's why we still play 2, just so we see it. If we play the 1, we'll never have access to it. That's why we still want to do 2 of those. Very good card, self-explanatory. For the field spells, we have 1 of each, and we're playing 3 different field spells. With Sector Launch, Now it becomes a Garnet, because if you draw the 1, then you don't have a second one to search. But this card is still very strong. Shuping said it best. This deck doesn't have grind anymore. We're not looking to grind our opponent. So once we have the one-time use, if we can keep it on the field without blowing it up, then that's great. If not, it served its purpose to extend our play. Or if we're going second, to allow us to soul charge, which is really insane. Ravine, weird still. We don't really want to discard dragon or anything to Foolish when we have access to everything. But there's some hands where you need to climb into a Romulus to have a Foolish Burial. So Ravine is a searchable Foolish Burial. Very, very good card. And for the last field spell is 1 Black Garden. Black Garden is an excellent card, a card that I still wonder to this day why it has not been banned. Awesome effects all around, very well-rounded card. It's just borderline broken, honestly. It does so much for the deck. It lets us have a recursion. It lets us have clog our opponent's field with tokens, so they can't like make big plays. They would have to like get rid of their tokens and some cards from the extra deck at first. But it just serves the main purpose that it has. It serves as a monster reborn. The tokens that it special summon are 800 attack. So its effects is you can blow up all the plant monsters on the field and reborn a monster from the graveyard that has tag equal to all the combined plant monsters you destroy. So Tracer is 16. If you summon twice, you can go and get that Tracer back. Very good card. You can get it back from the graveyard or deck because Garden Rose Maiden can get them from anywhere. We are playing a combo deck. We do want to go first every time. We can play through a hand trap just fine, but we can't really play through 2. If our opponent has an Ash and a Veiler, or Veiler and DD Crow, or 2 Veilers, we're going to struggle. We're just going to play Call by the Grave to go off every game 1. Game 2 and 3, when we go second, we side these out for something else, but Call by the Grave, best card in the game, in my opinion. So now we're going to talk about the hand traps, and we are playing a decent amount. There's more in the side deck, of course, but the ones I'm playing in the main deck are 3 Nibiru. This is the one hand trap that stops a lot of the nonsense right from the get-go. They extend, they overextend, and they're not playing around this card. They will be punished by it. A lot of people are not respecting this, and I still don't know why. Excellent card, borderline broken, honestly. It's just insanity. Play 3, guys. Right now, play 3 in everything. Obnoxious. 2 Ash Blossoms. We don't want to clog our hand with this. Nibiru is a little different because we want to see Nibiru in our hand every game. With Ash, we don't want to see it all the time since Ash is not as great as it used to be. We still want to stop the Needle Fiber, but if we have Nibiru, we can let them overextend and then Nibiru them once they've used everything from the extra deck. But Ash is just really good to stopping the Needle Fibers, good to stop Dinos from bringing Tyranno out. It's good to stop like a spoofing or a hidden city. Just it's highly useful. It has its utilities, but I don't want to see this in every single one of my hands. Plus it's a tuner, which is really good to make Needle Fiber. Effect Veiler, awesome card. It's another hand trap, of course. It's a light tuner, which it's very important. If anything, worst case scenario, we could summon this of 1 for 1 and have a light target and a tuner to make Needle Fiber, which is not bad. But Veiler is here to stop access code, really. Well, Needle Fiber is really crucial to stop, or Rorodom, but stopping an access code talker, it's very important. We can basically bait out everything our opponent has, and if they climb to access and we don't have something to stop it, we will lose. Access code talker is excellent, and Veiler is one of those cards that allows us to do that. So 2 Veilers for now. Maybe I'll play the 3rd later on. And just the 1 Impermanence. This could be absolutely anything, but I figure that Impermanence is the 1 hand trap that cannot be played around as well. Ash, Veiler, Ogre, DD Crow can get Called by the Grave, and Impermanence cannot. In the side deck, I am playing some Phantasmas and an extra Imperm, so it's a lot better for me to have it post side, but I still won one game once, just in case we were playing against a back row deck and they have a Floodgate that we need to shut off. Impermanence will allow us to do that. Just the 1. Again, it could be absolutely anything. I just decided to be Imperm just for the sake of it. For the extra deck, I will explain some of the ratios and some of the cards we're playing. Other ones are pretty self-explanatory. We had to cut one to make space. The third one is still miss, comes up now and then. I played two in the past for a very long time, so I'm used to having two. But there's a lot of games where the third one comes up, especially in grind games. And that's the one downside of the deck, that it does not have a very good grind game anymore. Two striker, just gotta have at least two. LP and Pisty, Brothers of Destruction, they make the deck go around. If LP gets banned, I don't think I would play the deck anymore. Pisty's great and all, but LP is the reason why you play the deck. So one of each, still legal, play it. Romulus. Romulus is a dragon that searches a car, and the arrows are very good. So all well-round car. I wouldn't cut this card for the life of me. Very good card. So now we're playing another Link 2 over Beat Cop. This is what Beat Cop became. Buster Whelp. It's a dragon, very important. Generic Link 2 light. The light doesn't really matter, right? If it was a dark, it would be infinitely better. But being a generic Link 2 is very important for the combos, and the arrows matter a lot as well. So this card doesn't do anything besides being a dragon Link 2 that has excellent arrows. So again, Beat Cop got cut for that. Quad Boral and Delingerous Dragon are back in the deck. At least Delingerous is back. Quad Boral has never been cut and it will never be cut. Delingerous Dragon, it's just such a fun card. It allows you to do so much. It's really cool what you can do with these two guys. If you guys are not aware, you can pop Quad Boral can pop your Delingerous, then bring back two rockets, and then Delingerous comes back and have like 6 monsters to do plays with. Very cool card. Very happy I'm playing them back. Union Carrier, it just puts Buster Whelp into a guy and it makes it a Monarch, Domain Monarch, Domain Lock. Very good, very suppressive. I don't know what they were thinking, why they left it legal in the game. So we're just gonna go and play this. Remember, the turn that you summon this card, you cannot link away with it. So it's really good to blow it up with your Quad Boral, so you get an extra use out of your monsters. So you go for a Boral Savage that has a Buster Whelp that negates from summoning from the extra deck. It prevents from summoning from the extra deck, and then you just get 2 free monsters from the carrier being destroyed. Very good. Needle Fiber, the star of the format. This dude does it all. It really does. We knew that when he came out, he would warp the game. The meta game has been revolved around him for the past few weeks, months, honestly. The PPG recently banned this guy, which is very sad, but hopefully the game becomes a little better at that point. Link Cross, Link Fiber plays exist. This card is absurd. Japan just got rid of this, which I still don't know why they would print this card. It's just so stupid. So dumb. For the Link 4s, we're only playing 2. Apollousa. A lot of our turn 1s revolves in Apollousa for 3, sometimes for 4. Then once we have an Apollousa established, we go for our Guard Dragon plays, and then our opponent can't really do anything after that. Excellent card. Just play it. For the last Link 4, it's not Borrelsaur. Borrelsaur has been moved to the side deck because we want to go first every time. We can still break boards going second pre-side. If we go first and we establish Apollousa this Savage with a Silver Rocket, they can't win, right? It's just game. Very good card. Controls the board fairly well. I don't think I've ever lost a match or a game when I summon this. And by the way, there will be a few games coming your way, so expect those tonight, maybe tomorrow. That's it for the links. For the synchros, we have Guardian Rose Maiden, the heart and soul of the deck nowadays. Needle Fiber is heart and soul still, but the deck has a lot of plays, and a lot of those plays revolve around this card itself. Being a level 5 synchro, generic, on summon lets you get a Black Guardian, which you all know how good that is. And when she's in the graveyard, we can banish her to special summon a Rose Dragon or a Synchro monster from our graveyard. Synchro Dragon, which can be Boral Savage if anything, but most times than not, it will be the White Rose Dragon. Very good card. It does so much. I can see this card being banned sometimes, honestly. Such a good card. And for the last card in the extra deck, Boral Savage Dragon. the best synchro that we have in the game right now. I could argue that Rose Maiden is just as good, but Boral Savage is the one card that everybody's trying to end up on. It does it all. It negates, Omni Negate anytime, anywhere, once per turn, of course. It gets gigantic. Having this card on the field makes you very safe, so a lot of the times you can climb into this and then do your Guard Dragon plays. And I can show you that if you guys want to see a combo video or a test hand video. Of course, I can provide all the line of plays that you can do with the deck. But again, this was an updated list, a lot different than it was before. If you guys have noticed, there is no Heraldic Seal anymore. We end up cutting that card, which was very sad. One of my favorite cards in the entire game. It did all, it controlled the board fairly well, but sadly we are not trying to control the board like that anymore. We're trying to FTK our opponent, going first, going second. We're looking for a game shot. Post side deck, it becomes a lot faster. The side deck is just ridiculous. We just want to go in every time, and when we go first, we already FTK our opponent. So let me know what you thought of the deck list. This is a very good, very fast and fun deck list. Definitely give it a try. Go online if you don't have the cards. Try it out on Dueling Book or Ignis or whatever you have, and see what I mean. The deck can do it all, and it's extremely fun, guys. Again, check out Pack's channel. I learned so much from him, and I'm sure you guys will. Subscribe to him. Shuping, shout out to him as well. Excellent player. He innovates the deck left and right. He comes up with amazing ideas, things that I don't think anybody else would come up with. But for now, that's it. If you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you. Like the video if you like the deck. If you have any questions, please post them down below. I'll get to them as fast as I can. If you guys want to see some more content, check the channel. There's a lot of deck profiles and games for you guys to watch. If you guys have any requests, please post it down below as well. I will be posting a few links, my Mixer account in the description. Go check that out. I will be streaming the Yu-Gi-Oh! Link Evolution. I usually do that every afternoon, so if you guys want to come hang out, say what's up, learn some Dragon Link plays, check out the Mixer, create an account, and follow me. But for now, thank you for watching. Alex out. Peace.